guys, it's Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. And today I'm reviewing the new Wonka musical movie starring Timothy Chalamet. And I gotta say, guys, this was so entertaining. Timothy Chalamet blew me away. I guess I'm so used to seeing him in more darker, somber, serious roles that to see him singing and dancing, I had no idea he was that talented. And he was just completely delightful and charming and just totally believable as Willy Wonka, a young Willy Wonka that was just pure of hope and dreaminess and optimism, and it was really great. It was really entertaining, and I suggest you go see it. It was really nice to see that they did a lot of, you know, subtle nods to the original movie that starred Gene Wilder. It's been a while since I've read the Roald Dahl book, so I don't know. I can't remember what's in the book or what was just, you know, in the original script for the movie. But there was really nice characteristics that they kept, just subtle things, characteristics, which makes you believe that this is the young version of Willy Wonka, that you could see. It's nice that it's believable and it kind of carries that trend and those eccentricities he has that you're like, oh yeah, I could see him being the younger version of Gene Wilder. So that was kind of a nice fluidity. It's hard to compare the two performances because this does take it from the perspective that this is Willy Wonka before he is the famous chocolatier. You know, this is him just starting out. And so he is very pure of heart and, like I say, very optimistic and that can-do attitude. It's very heartwarming and it's just a great story. There's some great songs and some great ensemble numbers. And like I say, Timothy Chalamet is just very talented with his own singing and dancing. Gene Wilder, I think, was a brilliant actor and a consummate comedian. And so the way he played it, I think was perfect and on point for the Willy Wonka, the older Willy Wonka, who I think is at a point in his career where his eccentricities have even become a little more eccentric. He's a little even more eccentric, and he's a bit guarded, and I would say even more jaded because he's sort of maybe seen the world a bit more, and he's a bit guarded more in his chocolate factory, and he's taking it from the point he's trying to find a child to leave the factory to, and he's thinking, surely there's just one child out there that I can leave this to and leave the Oompa Loompas to, and they're not all so greedy and they're not all so spoiled. And he played it with a really nice fine line of warmth, but I'm sort of over this. But you know, that was just Gene Wilder. I mean, he just had that sort of duality, and it was great. But you can't really compare the two performances because, like I say, they're taking it from a youthful Wonka and an older Wonka, but both great in their own right, the way they play it. I don't know where to put the Johnny Depp performance in all this because he too played a version of Willy Wonka, but that was Tim Burton's very avant-garde version of it, and I do like Johnny Depp as an actor. I'm not that fond of Tim Burton. A lot of his work, he does get a bit out there for me. And he kind of took Willy Wonka, I don't know, to a very odd place for me. I mean, he made the makeup. He was very ashen, Willy Wonka, and just his, I don't know, to me, Johnny Depp was almost scared of children and kind of creepy. He gave him a backstory of a dad who was a dentist and made him afraid to eat candy, and I don't know. There was a lot to that movie. So I don't know where to really put Johnny Depp in all of this and his performance. And it wasn't a musical, so. As far as from a musical standpoint, the original movie is known for the Candyman and Pure Imagination, which I'm so glad they used the song Pure Imagination in this new movie, and a very poignant spot in it. So I'm really glad they used the song Pure Imagination. And then the new music is great. It has a couple of really good songs that I really enjoyed. I mean, there's some really good songs throughout, but there's a couple that really hit me and I really liked. So I don't know that either movie followed a true blue, you know, musical formula. To me, both movies are sort of movies with a good script, and then they sort of interject songs where they feel they need it. So they're not really, you know, true blue musicals. But it works. It works. It's very entertaining. Both movies are very entertaining. So, you know, I suggest seeing, if you've never seen the original, see the original, and definitely go see the new one starring Timothy Chalamet. And it also has a great supporting cast. So there you go. There's my review. Take it for whatever it's worth. And don't forget to click and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next.